Welcome back to Talk Pittsburgh. ChatGPT and other AI services are being used as fast and efficient substitutes for human thought and effort. And these services are now being used in the job application process for both potential employees and the people who hire them. So joining me now to talk about this is Holly Wilbanks of the Wilbanks Consulting Group. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Mary.
It's our first time being together. So I want to pick your brain all about this because it is so fascinating. So what is your take on this AI?
So AI is pretty new for the candidate side, but employers have been using AI for years. The AI that employers have been using is what we know as the ATS system, the applicant tracking software, right? And that's the software that for years has been reading our resume, our cover letter, and anything else that the recruiter has dictated in the system and deciding, do we actually get to be seen by a human being, or are we just getting the automatic rejection or even going in the hold pile? But the latest AI, that is what's most interesting because it's really geared towards the candidate, whether it's ChatGPT being used for a cover letter or a resume, or one of the resume apps or extensions that you can use for your job applications. The AI on the candidate side has really taken off.
Wow, I've been out of the job application process for a long time and it is so different. So you explained a little bit about how that works. What are some examples? What does it look like?
So we actually had one of our consultants recently test ChatGPT. Well, we've had several do that, but I have an example that I think I shared with your producers, and he typed into ChatGPT specific commands for a cover letter that he wanted to generate based on a job search that one of our clients might do. And it's fascinating because what ChatGPT returns is a decent cover letter, okay? And it looks like a normal cover letter. The formatting is the same that you would expect. It has lots of great buzzwords in it, but it's very corporate sounding. It's very dry. There's no specifics or personality to it. And while it leaves you places to personalize it a little bit, it really does not sound like any particular human being wrote that.
Okay, so this is the example. It says, write me a great cover letter for a job I'm applying to, director of a university writing program with an emphasis on diversity and inclusion.
You can be very specific like that. And then what ChatGPT will return for you is something that's pretty specific like that, right? But what it's missing is somebody's unique personality. And no different than when we talk in person, you get a sense of somebody's personality. When a recruiter or a hiring manager reads a written resume or cover letter by an individual, they get a sense of their individual personality. And what we're seeing is that employers can actually tell if ChatGPT or another AI software has written something without somebody doing some further editing. So this may be a great foundation for your cover letter or resume, but you still need to go in and tweak it and add your personality to it.
So are there guaranteed job interviews?
Oh my gosh, my favorite are the platforms that are guaranteeing you an interview. And that's because you don't know what you're getting an interview for. They're sending your resume out to all of these jobs. Some of them you even pay them and they guarantee within 30 days you're gonna get an interview. But are you actually getting an interview for something that you want? You don't necessarily know because the system is sending out your resume. You're not selecting where to send your resume. So when you look at this technology, you want to make sure that you have a little bit of choice in there, hopefully, to make sure that you're sending your resume to opportunities you're actually interested in.
So you talk to a lot of HR. How do they feel about this?
So they're on the fence. Like I mentioned, they can kind of tell if something was generated by AI. I actually had a client recently who sent me a cover letter, and he said, Holly, can you take a look at this? Let me know what you think. And I said, it's a good cover letter, but it doesn't sound like you at all. You're so creative, you're so engaging, and I'm not getting any of that. And he said, so funny, I used ChatGPT to do this. And so if I can tell that quickly, then yes, the recruiters and the hiring managers can tell too.
That's interesting. So your company's been testing it, and have you found really good things from this?
So we've tested several different apps and extensions at this point, and our clients are reporting back to us that Sonara has potential, but it's in its beta stages. Beta stages means that it's kind of a startup, it's just getting started, and they're still testing and measuring, right? But One of our clients had an issue. They reached out to the CEO on LinkedIn. He actually replied and he put them in touch with the customer service. So they're trying, they just need some more work. We also found that an extension called Simplify can be really great. It gives you a quiz up front on your preferences, what you're looking for a role, a culture, an organization. Then it allows you to type in some information, basic information that it will fill in for you so you don't have to say the same thing on every resume application. They'll do that work for you. But then it generates a list for you, and that list allows you to select what jobs you want to apply to, use the system to fill in your basic information, and then see what happens. So Simplify is really a great way to go. It's also a free platform, so our clients are recommending that based on their experiences.
Fascinating. Thank you as always for joining us.
Thank you, Mary.
I'm sure everyone's taking notes on that.